Okay, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. I was like, what the heck is going on here? How is everyone doing? Good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you, Danny. Can't wait to see what you manually trace. All right. I had to grab my color charts. How are you guys doing this afternoon? All right, my goal was to set it for that time so I can be so we can be in the nitty gritty of it by 1 o'clock. As you can see, we are going to talk design files, understanding different types, how the colors work, as far as changing colors and color codes, especially for sublimation, but this will apply to anything that you do color-wise. I have color charts for everything. Just gotten word that my Roland 20-inch eco-solvent printer and cutter is on its way and should be here by the 29th. And when that comes and I get it all set up, guess what? I'm going to do color charts on that as well, so that I know that my colors are all copacetic. All right. And we're also going to talk about like how to customize, but not like major. I have a class coming up within my academy where we are going to really dive into customizing files and things like that. All right. But hello. Make sure that you guys hit share and share it out. Oh, I forgot to pull the link for YouTube. So let's go ahead and switch over to Silaholics Anonymous, because if you're watching via Facebook, you will have to, there we go, head on over to one of the YouTube channels to see the full like live and like the demonstration. So you will have to head on over to YouTube to see that. And I need to pull the link. So I have done that. Let's go ahead and go to Facebook and put watch full live on YT. And there is the link. Copy and chat. There we go. Berlina, I sent you a message. Make sure you check your text messages if you haven't already sent me back a message. But check your messages, love. I'm going to see if you... Oh, there we go. You did message me. Woo-hoo! Not today. I will contact you about the details. All right. I am trying to share this out. So let me find this video and share it out. All right, let's hit share. And more options. Share to newsfeed. Watch live. How are you guys doing today? It's Friday. It's Friday. Ooh. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the work week for most. It's the weekend, baby. Might still be at work. It is lunchtime. But once you're off work, it's going to be, you know, party. I so want to go see F9. But no, that's not going to happen. Husband is not about going, not about going out to that movie life. Although I'm ready to put on like 3-4 masks, put on my face shield, put on a whole bomber jacket to cover up my clothes. So I'm getting a COVID on my clothes and bring it home, all to hear that movie on, like to see it on the big screen and hear it in full on surround sound. I so want to go see what is that thing called? Fast and the Furious, F9. I so want to go see that in the movie theater. All right, I am sharing to my last place, but make sure that you guys go and share. I wanted to share to more places, but I don't have it on my phone. My phone is actually like dying as per usual. So I can't share from my phone where I can do it all super, super fast. Like I have to do this one kind of like manually. So I am only going to do a few, but I, encourage you guys to go ahead and hit share. All right. So again, if you are watching over on Facebook, you may want to head on over to YouTube to see the full tutorial or the full demonstration, the full talk and whatnot. All right. Hello there. How art thou? Are y'all good today? I am wonderful today. All right, guys, let's get into this. I am Shakia of Silaholics. I'm 2 minutes late. I am Shakia Lavelle of Silaholics Anonymous, and our product line is called Honestly Speaking. We have some of the best sublimation paper, like beautiful colors when it comes to our sublimation ink, amazing colors when it comes to that pigment ink, honey, especially when you're using that good paper, which honestly speaking is going to have some good paper coming up soon as well. We have resources for you, such as files and templates and like essentials that you'll need for your printers, chip resetters, all sorts of goodies. I like to do these live videos to help my fellow crafters, whether you are doing it as a hobbyist, you are doing it as a side hustle, you're trying to turn it into a full-on business. I am here to help you in any way I can with the crafts. And sometimes I like to say crafts because some of it is like, it's artistry for some of the stuff that we do, right? So I want to do my best to help you if you're just starting. Maybe you're kind of new. Maybe you've kind of hit like a creative block. You're just trying to learn a new skill, things like that. I am here to help. My main platform that I teach from is Silhouette Studio. Am I familiar with other programs? I sure am. We're actually going to look at one of them just so that you can see the color and the way that it comes in, but I don't teach the other programs. I know them, but I teach Silhouette Studio. So we do have an academy where I teach graphic design via Silhouette Studio, and that is academy.silaholicsAnonymous.com. Link in the description box. Go ahead and check that out. So today we are going to discuss design files. What different types are they? What different types there are when it comes to like customizing them, how to color them, understanding your colors. We're going to talk about that for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour if you guys have questions and things like that. So if this is something that you have struggled with, hopefully you are able to watch till the end. If not, the playbacks will be up on YouTube. I am posting this on both Silaholics Anonymous and Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel. So the full tutorial or the full demo, the full discussion, there we go, that's a better word. The full discussion will be on both Silaholics Anonymous and Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel, so you can watch it over there. All right. So if you are on Facebook and this is some help this is some things that you need help with, go ahead, click that button that's in the description. It's in the comments. I'm going to add it to the comments one more time and head on over. I think that was going to lead you to Silaholics Anonymous's YouTube channel, but you can also go to Honestly Speaking, either one of them. If you haven't received the notification for one of those, we're live on both of those platforms. All right. And we are also going to be talking about Creative Fabrica, depending on how you want to say it, which region of the world you're in and how you want to pronounce those vowels. It can be Creative Fabrica. Either way it goes, they have some amazing files. And I'm going to be very, very honest right now. I see some things and I see certain designs that would be friggin' amazing. But the fonts suck. I mean, that's as constructive as I can be, is that the fonts suck. Your fonts can make or break your design. To spend all that time and have some very, 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 very basic fonts. And that makes no sense when there are so many resources out there where you can go in and get fonts. Now, I know that sometimes, trying to understand how to pair fonts can be, tricky. I've talked about that in one of my sessions with my Academy members, and we're going to have a session on that in July as well, talking about text and fonts and, knowing how to pair them together and things like that. So something you're interested in, definitely check out our Academy, enroll in either the master's or the doctorate membership to be able to attend those live sessions or get the playback of those live sessions. We had a great one on edit points and manual tracing last night. All right, so kind of babbled enough, about 12 minutes or so, almost 13 minutes. If you have not already clicked over from Facebook to YouTube, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm about to end this live on Facebook only. YouTube, don't you go anywhere. I am going to end it on Facebook in 5, 4, 3, 2. It didn't want to go away. There we go. See you over on YouTube. All right. We are no longer on Facebook right now. I was getting a headache, so y'all see me in my glasses, but it's going to put off a horrible reflection. But I couldn't see today, and it was giving me a headache. I was straining my eyes to watch the news in Sports Center, and yeah, I had to put my glasses on. Ooh, what the heck is on my glasses? The heck is that? Ooh. Something stuck on there. What is that? Where'd it come from? All righty. I have on my Honestly Speaking shirt today. Boom. It's not just the ink release for me. It's the release in 30 seconds, no bleed out, lower temperatures, 3-minute oven tumblers. Please believe the hype. It honestly speaks for itself. Look, I'm always so cute when I put on this shirt. I love this shirt. And it's also a Team 365. This is one of the things I don't like about the unisex Team 365 shirts. The collar is quite high. I feel like I am a nun sometimes in this shirt. I do wish their collars were not so high on the unisex shirts, but I really do like the feel of the Team 365 shirts. They're not our shirts, even though we are Team 365. But I like the feel of these. The link for the Academy is in the description of every video that I have. Go to the one. It's in bold letters. It says Academy. You can click on that and get more information. Yes, it is. It's not like super, super shiny, but it does have a little bit of shine to it. I actually don't look for the shirts that are matte and like cotton-like. I actually like the feel of polyester. So, they do have a little bit of shine to them. Thank you, Hans. All right, let's see. All right, so hello to everyone who commented. Now, we are going to talk about files, and all the file that I'm going to be referencing did come from Creative Fabrica. In the description, if you don't have, I'm trying to find it, Jesus, hold on, there we go. If you don't have Creative Fabrica, there is a link in the description, and let's share screen. All right, there we go. It will allow you to sign up for their all access, like unlimited access for just $1. And you get commercial use with all of their resources. So they are available for commercial use. I've never seen any stipulation about creating like transfers and things like that with this. So you can sign up for just $1 for the first month. And instead of it being $29, it would be $19 every month thereafter, unless you decide to cancel it And then if you cancel it and try and go back, it'll go back up to $29. Now, I'm so upset because Memorial Day weekend, they had the rolling sale where they start at $9. They have so many in that one, and then they go down and they go, it keeps going until about like 16 bucks. So upset that I missed that, bringing that one to you guys. I'm hoping that they have that for 4th of July. I'm going to be on the lookout for it. And if they have it, I definitely will be live to let you guys know that you guys can get on that $9, $10. Like, I've had it for a long time. You can never get me to cancel it because I don't ever want to lose my $9 access to have access to all of the file. Like, and there's so much. I just found out they have embroidery files on Creative Fabrica. I am also I've been sent the invitation to get a CF fan page on Creative Fabrica. So I will be setting that up as well for some exclusive tutorials and things. I'm going to make mine to where we're going to use things specifically from Creative Fabrica. But I have been sent the invite a while ago. I just haven't had a chance to really decide on how I want to utilize that platform, but I will have a CF fan page very, 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 very soon. But Creative Fabrica, however you want to say it and just get it. It is a great, 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 great resource. We are going to, I think I'm going to have to go in like this because that won't let me kind of come off of that screen because I already have an account. This one right here it really is massive, y'all. Oh, wait, let me make it bigger. So this right here really is massive. I mean, there are, oh gosh, 65 downloads. So there are some goodies in this. There's some not so great ones. The good thing about this is all of these downloads and all of these individual files on here, if you have the subscription, you don't have to do this 65-part massive download. Don't do it. Once you click on the massive craft bundle, all right, what are you doing? Oh, wait, no. I think you have to go to this part. Go to like download part. No, I don't want to download part 1. Why aren't you going to it? It will open. Oh, crap. I did not mean to do that. Let's go ahead and cancel that. There we go. Why are you not opening up? Okay, wait. How did I get to it? Because I had some of the files out of here because it came from, what is his? Okay, wait. I'm going to pull it over here. I believe I still have it over here. Do I still have it over here? Oh, goodness. Where is it? I was able to go in here because all of these are from a specific artist. Or did I open up one? Because I was able to download. There was some. Oh, wait. Or was that a separate one? No, I did download it. I wanted the one with the. Where is it? There is a spinning card that I got. And it's in this. I know I'm not crazy. Okay, let's see. Bundles. Okay, that's what it was. I clicked on from here instead of clicking on the whole thing. This is the Massive Crafts Bundle by the Gentleman Crafter. So I click on this. And then you have access to a lot of the things that are in there. This is one of the ones that's in there. And I absolutely loved these like spinning cards. And so see, you already downloaded this file. Now, when I clicked on it and how I found out about it, it was on a Facebook ad. And so I saw a lot of the files and things that were in there. And then I came over to kind of like really, really find them. It is a lot, a whole lot to this. But everything that's in this massive one, so this is like one big giant download, especially if you're only going to like buy individual files. But if you have the unlimited access, don't do that. Like you can come on here and literally download and everything. But this was a great resource for certain cutouts. This is more of a like for paper crafters, but it had some really, really great resources within this. And I have a couple of these files that I did use. I did download. So this is one that's there, kind of go through it. If you are a paper crafter, they have different boxes. I'm trying to find the one, they have some purses. Silhouette Studio Design Store has some, but they have them in this as well. Come on, where are his handbags? He has some handbags. And I don't see them. Hold on. Did I pass them? It's in the massive one, but they're his. And there, because there, I see that one. Oh, there they are. So he has some little cute handbags, really, you know, cute things to make. And this kind of leads us, it's going to lead us into like the discussion for what's the next big trend you as a craft business should be working on. And these right here are really, 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 really cute for a wide variety of things. So I am a cheer coach, although this year may not be coaching, but I saw this and I really thought about like my cheer team and putting like a megaphone tag on it. We are gearing up to go back into those type of sports for rec league cheer and football, all-star cheer. They're going to be going back. So having like, if you are a teen mom or you want to market to teen moms or to coaches and things like that, like little bags and like little trinkets and stuff like that, kind of welcome back, you know, like new season, like welcome back for the new season, or just welcome to like new cheerleaders. I like to, when I had like 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds when I was a head coach. And so like little things like little lip glosses, and like had their practice bow in there and different things like that. So some coaches are very crafty, some are not. That would be a great way to, you know, tap into a new market. You will be surprised at how much money parents of who have kids in different sports like rec league cheer and football and baseball, how much money they spend on family shirts and spirit shirts, because they have games every single weekend. And then if you get in early with cheer, when it comes to competition time, they love to rock new shirts. So that is a great area to tap into if you have not considered it. If you don't have kids in cheer, do you have a cousin, a niece? I mean, hell, a nephew, you know, a god kid who's into cheer or even into football. Go out to a couple of games, practices with the shirt and your gear on, have your nice little tumbler sitting on the bleachers drinking, maybe ask the mom, you know, you put the team name on there, go sit and watch practice from the bleachers. Woohoo, yeah, have all types of crazy stuff, and people are going to ask you, oh, where you get that from? They selling those? And that is a great way to kind of tap into that, all right? I just thought about my cheerleaders when I saw this. I was just like, I'm just going to miss my babies. So that's one thing that is coming up that you guys can start to work on and market to when it comes to rec league sports. The other thing is back to school. So now is a great time to start looking at different fonts, looking at different files, looking for I see people asking about like different, especially with sublimation, different sublimation blanks for different things. And I don't see a lot of people asking about things for back to school, whether it is notebooks. I mean, now I've seen even some sublimation pens that have been floating around. I know they're going to eventually come out. I know last year I saw quite a few people who had like little lunch boxes that could be sublimated and things like that. You have the sports bottles, if it's going to be, with it being hot, with COVID and all of that. I know our son's school asked them, you know, to bring to bring in a water bottle and things like that because they don't have access to the water fountain. So if they need water for anything, they need to bring in their water bottle. So what a great way to kind of have that, have their name on it, that they know it's theirs. No one's going to accidentally pick it up. Also a great way to advertise for you at your kids' school. So start thinking about back to school and all the crafts that you can make for back to school. Start looking up fonts, ones like this for preschoolers. Another great thing that you can do if you have a preschool, especially with preschoolers, in pre-K, VPK, and things like that, even kindergarten, those younger age groups. Find out how many kids, like on average, are in a class, right? Whether it is, classes of 16, 20, or whatever, and whether you do just your child's class or if that school maybe has like 2 or 3, first grade class. I mean, you might want to choose something that's not going to be quite as expensive, but there are things that you can do and coordinate with the teacher to create different crafts, because at that age group, they're always doing various crafts, and you can tie it in to where it becomes exposure for you. One of the things that is great is if you go and have, let's say, kind of a template, or just let them go crazy. Get yourself some of the inexpensive sublimation markers. There are some on the market, not the Cricut ones. Those are great, but those can be kind of pricey. There are some that are on Amazon and some other places. Get the inexpensive ones. Get a couple sets of them, and that way you can, give them to the teacher, and then of course get them back. Hopefully they don't break off the tips and stuff, but allow the same way they draw and color. So let's say they go and you already know what template you're going to put it on, whether it is, they're going to make something for their parents. So it becomes a keychain for them for something that they made. An air freshener is really inexpensive. If you can, koozies are really inexpensive. So you think about whatever template that it is that you want to do, and you will give them something where they can draw in and color and stuff like that. Coordinate with the teacher to, they'll pick a day when they're going to draw and color them all in. You collect them. Of course, their name and stuff will be on it. Then you can go and press that yourself and then give it back to the teacher. Find something that's really inexpensive on the back of it. You can then advertise or have, of course, coordinate with the teacher, make sure that's going to be okay. But you can have your contact information on it. So now these parents, we often get things when you have pre-K kids. It's like, okay, you send it home, something else. Where am I supposed to put this? If it's a magnet, I just got the magnets from TTB Designs. So stuff like that. It's a great way. It can cost you a little bit of money, but think about all of the homes that it will go into. If it is a keychain or something that the parent can actually carry with them, the exposure that you will get from that. So think about things outside of the box. I go into this with my team all the time. I hate trends. I think that Facebook groups are a blessing and a curse, because it does give you a lot of great ideas. You see a lot of the stuff that's kind of, in groups and stuff, but everyone's doing the same thing. No one's thinking outside of the box. It's like everyone jumps on the same trends and you don't think about other things. And that's what I'm here for, though. I like to challenge you and have you think outside of the box on what you can do, especially if you are doing this as a business. If this is your craft business, your passion that's making you a profit, whether side hustle, money, for, whatever it is, full on business, you want to walk away from your 9 to 5, have your own. In order for you to survive in this cutthroat craft world where people are doing the same thing, you have to make your business stand out. You have to make your business stand out. And if you're doing the same thing that 30,000 other people, 100,000, 200,000 other people are doing in these Facebook groups, so a lot of them will be in your same area and you're not doing anything to stand out. You cannot be afraid to spend money to make money. So going out and getting things, inexpensive air fresheners, if you're going to do it that way, there are some keychain options that are really inexpensive. you put forth that money and you're not charging the teachers anything to do it, especially if you can put your contact information on the back and you can market and brand it. It's a great investment, and it's worth to kind of give up that little bit of coins to be able to have access to a demographic or a customer base that you otherwise would not have had access to. So hopefully that has blessed your spirits this afternoon, and that gave you something to think about. So we've taken care of that. Things to think about for this season. A lot of people are going to focus on 4th of July. Yeah, it's there, but back to school is going to be huge. Whether you are doing sublimation, if you are putting vinyl on notebooks, I am that parent. Yes, I am, because pencils go missing too much. Oh, honey, MJ's pencils get his name or his initials put on it. Yes, I am that parent. That boy is always losing pencils. Every time I turn around, you grabbing a pencil from, our stash of pencils. MJ, what happened to your pencils? I don't know. I think somebody stole my pencil. Well, guess what? You ain't got to worry about that because, honey, your name go on all of them. So start thinking about back to school. And I don't just mean sublimation, because I'm not just the sublimation gal. I do a lot of different things, from paper crafting, heat transfer vinyl, adhesive vinyl, and things like that. If your school doesn't have, stickers, like bumper stickers or something, well, nowadays people don't like to broadcast on their cars because they feel like it's a safety issue, but maybe it's something they can have at the house, and you can think of different things that you can coordinate with the school with and have branded stuff for different schools. So just tap into that. If you can't do it through the school, contact the PTA president. I'm a PTA president, so I know that works. They really are a separate entity, and there's different booster clubs and things like that. And you can work with them where it's not directly with the school board. You may not have to jump through so many hoops and have so many certain documents and things like that when you're going through like a booster club or a PTA. All right. So that's that. Hopefully that blessed your spirit. Now, since we're on Creative Fabrica, there are a lot of different files and things here. One of the ones that I downloaded yesterday was the small business stickers. All right. This says it comes in PNG, PDF, JPEG, EPS. And we're going to go over to Silhouette Studio. I've already downloaded this and extracted it. I chose this one, and I was so shocked when I opened this up in Silhouette Studio, and this is how the color came out. This one right here is the PDF. No, this is the EPS file. This is the PDF file. As you can see, when you open up a PDF file that was saved from a vector program in a vector program, you can actually pull that apart. It is just like an SVG. SVG simply stands for Scalable Vector Graphic. So it's a vectorized image or vectorized design. There are so many ways that you can, so many vector formats. So you have your SVGs. You'll hear some people sometimes say CAD files. You have EPS, which is what the top one is. PDF files, if they were designed in a graphic design, a vector program, or even when you save PDFs from Microsoft Word. If you have Designer Edition or above and you open that up in Silhouette Studio, it's going to give you an option to open up as a vector file or as a image file, like a JPEG file. So PDFs are vector files, and they will be in the size that you make it. And then, of course, EPS. So this was very interesting to me because, of course, this is the JPEG. There's a big white box. This is the PNG. It already has the outline around it. This also has the outline, this one, but the colors are different. But when I open this up in AI, look at the color. And this is the exact same file, but it most likely is because of the color format that the file opens up in. And so if you look here, this is CMYK. How this was like in this program, it's a design that is CMYK. So the colors show differently. Now, once it was saved as a JPEG or PNG, it is actually, the color changes on it slightly, but opening up something that was saved as CMYK in a program that is RGB. Silhouette Studio functions in RGB, not CMYK. So when it opened up in here, the colors are totally different. I'm like, why did that switch? That's because my windows are over here. All right, so let's go here, document color mode, RGB. And now if I were, so now this is an RGB. I'm going to go file. Let's go save as. I'm going to save this as an SVG. And what does this say? Made with love. Take my caps off. All right, I'm going to save that. And okay, and let's see how this one opens up now that we changed the mode from CMYK to RGB. And where'd you go? Oh, it's not open yet. Look at that. See how much of a difference that is to go from this, which was CMYK and how it opened up, and then for it to come over here. So it's totally different. For a lot of designers and how they design, if they design in CMYK, if you're using Silhouette Studio, your colors can look off. Now, if we go to, now it's like if you would have got this and you're like, okay, I wanted this in this color scheme. And then when you open it up in Silhouette Studio, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not how that's supposed to be. Now, you can go in and let's say it opened up like this. You didn't have AI to change it. You looked at the thumbnail and you're like, well, that's not the color that I wanted. You can change it. This is where color codes come in to play. All right. I'm going to come off of the screen real quick. Oh, look, what type of files can I change the color? So technically, if you are able to trace it and turn it into a vector file, you can change the color. So if you want to change the individual elements, we're going to trace that JPEG one, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So ideally, what you want is something that's vectorized already. So that way, when you open it, you'll be able to ungroup it and or release compound path and go in there and change all of the elements. I need my water. I don't see one. Oh, there is one here. Hold on one second. So those are going to be best. If you have to get a PNG or a JPEG in a program like Silhouette Studio, you can trace it to then change the colors. Oh, this is what I was looking for earlier. My lips are so dry. All right. How would you ship paper crafts like those bags? It is a process. It can be considered a very expensive process or very tedious process if you really want it to arrive there safely. So for me, what I like to do with any box that I have, I'm addicted to foam board. I will line my box with foam board, and then so that they don't move around, I'll also use foam board to create like spaces in it. So I can have like a certain row of them. I'm going to put that foam board in there and maybe put another one. That way it keeps that part nice and tight and they can be stacked. If it's something where I'm going to put them like standing upright, I will put them in there to like really give it spacing so they can't move around. Have another foam board on top. So now it's another flat surface. put the next set on there. So that's just me and how I ship out stuff. I take a lot of care when it comes to my paper crafting, and I will create a custom box for it to make sure that they don't get squished and all that kind of good jazz. Did craft paper go up? Well, I'm not sure what that was about. She says, I want to do pink, white, and blue for 4th of July. You can do that. I've seen other colors for 4th of July. I was looking at that, but didn't think I would need it. Hi, what is the name of that expensive font that you use? I think it costs you 60 or 80 bucks. Desire. Desire is the name of that font. Okay, so let's go back over. Is this only on the paid version? As far as what, opening up SVGs and PDFs? Those, yes, you have to have Designer Edition or above. So that's Designer Edition Plus, or Business Edition. There are links to those in the description if you want to purchase those. There are direct links to those in the description of the video, but you do have to have Designer Edition, Designer Plus, or Business to open up SVGs or PDFs. You have to have Business Edition to open up EPS files. All right, so before I go back to that, I want to talk about color charts real quick. I have color charts for everything. Let me pull this one. When you're not looking for stuff is when you find it. I was looking all over for those sublimation masks this morning. So on the back of this shirt, this is a Jet Pro 3G transfer, but I have my color reference chart on here. I'll use this one. My color chart, I just printed it out on a sheet of Jet Pro 3G and pressed it. I didn't put it on a shirt. This one I only put on the shirt because this was a mess up on this side. So I just put it on the back of this, but my one that has my color charts on it, I just printed it and then just pressed it so it can activate the colors. But you'll see that I have color charts. I'm all out of the camera for everything. I have it on my vinyl. I have pressed, like for sublimation, I pressed it to glitter vinyl so I can see how those colors output. And then for regular sub, if it's something that's going to be glossy, whether it's a tumbler or if it's something like the, what's this thing? Wait, am I pointing the right way? That way. Wait, man, that thing right there. The license plate cover. I have a set of color charts and my reference chart on a tumbler. That way I can see what it'll come out on items like this. I do need to put one on a mug because, especially my color changing mugs, it's more of a yellowish tint. It's not a pure white. So colors look a little different on my color changing mugs. That's for any color changing mugs than they do like on tumblers and things like that. So I even have it on here so that I can reference it. Now I can't see the numbers, the codes on here. So I will just go by this to figure out what color I want to use. And then I open up my color chart in my program. And then that's how I can see the color, the code, or I'll look at one of my printed color charts to see it better, or one of the ones I've sublimated to, what's this stuff called? Felt. You can do it to regular fabric as well. So I have here are my color reference ones. And then here are ones that are on felt so that I can see the color. So I print these from whatever program I naturally print from, the print settings that I use and the time and temps that I use. I press it to this so that I can go in, pick the shade that I want, put that color code in, And once it's pressed, there are no surprises. This is going to be your best friend when you are doing your own designs and you're filling stuff in with color. Ah, shoot, y'all, I forgot to turn on the heat press. I'll make that a separate video after I go get the kids, because it's going to take it like 20 minutes to heat up, and I'm not going to be on here for 20 more minutes, at least not for that. But you want to get color charts to fill in your colors. These are available on our website. They're already set up for you to print to 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, or you can take 2, put them to do 11 by 17 to do a bigger like area. If you're going to put it on the back of a really large shirt, or if you're going to put it on if you're going to put it on fabric, or like I have here, felt is very inexpensive. I got mine at the time when I got these from Joann's, and they were on sale, but they have felt at Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere. And you technically can do it two-sided if you want. Just make sure when you are looking at this side, you're not kind of holding it up too light, because the colors from the back side will show through. Kind of have it on something solid white. That way you truly see what that color is, and what's on the back isn't interfering. So you can do it both sides. Just make sure that you put a piece of barrier sheet on your heat press so that the ink that's already on this side does not sublimate onto your heat press. But this is key, guys. You can definitely do your own color charts, but these on our website are I think like $8, and they're conveniently set up for you to just print them out. It has what the color chart number is on it. That way, if you do things like this, or if you can't fully see, because sometimes the white letters, the white codes, you can't fully see, especially if you used a not so great paper and it kind of blurred out. You wouldn't be able to see it. So what this does, it tells you what color chart it is, so you can open up that color chart and then find the actual color or color code. And then when you can't see it on here, you can look at this. This is actually color chart 2, and then know that, okay, this is the color that I wanted. It's this one on here. So I use them side by side sometimes, and it does have the numbers on them. Is conveniently set up for you on our website, shop.silaholics.anonymous.com. All right. So let's say I wanted that color. The other one is showing, and that's going to be kind of weird with the next one going like that, because it was supposed to all flow together with me pressing it for you to see it. I'm just going to have to make that another one. Just know that when I do the video, that one is going to probably be titled something about color charts, changing colors. I don't know, something like that. But I will press it so that you can see. But I won't be able to do it now because it's going to take 20 minutes for that to heat up. And don't want to be on it that long. At least not for this one. I would, yeah. But anywho, so color charts on the website. People always ask, this is a little sidebar, can you sublimate 2 colors? If you get colored felt and press your color charts, if you don't want to press your actual color charts, you can press your reference chart because it's only 2 of those, whereas your color charts, it is 4 of those. And if you're wanting to put them on different color felts, you would have anywhere from 2 to 4 if you're doing it front and back. But this allows you to see what your colors will look like on a colored shirt, fabric, substrate. If you're putting it on, now they have the colored sublimation tumblers and all of that. You'll get to see what that looks like on color. If you look at this one, this is the same exact color chart. You see how bright those yellows are on the tumbler, and how those colors are. And then you look at it on something like a pink, you lose those. You don't get those really bright yellows. It's slightly a yellow, but it's not bright like it is on here. So this shows you what the color difference is when pressing 2 colored garments and things like that. I have these pressed on every single color you can think of. There is a video on Honestly Speaking where you can see me flip through all of my color charts on colored felt. Check that video out. On the playback of this, I'll put a card that will lead you to that video, or put it at the end where you can get to that video where I go over color charts on colored fabrics. All right. but I use color charts for everything. Some other one, that's a different one. So yeah, all of my color charts are printed. So I'm going to show you how to change the color, but I'm not going to show pressing it because, yeah, I forgot to turn it on. I think there's a color on here that matches better. So I'm going to show you how to use this one in this one, but you want to see it pressed and stuff like that. Come back later on and you'll see that. So what you can do is kind of look at the screen, look at your color chart, and decide what color it is that you want to use. It doesn't matter if, because trust me, once you put this color code in on your computer, it's going to look different. It's not going to look like it's the right color. But once you print it out and you press it, you're not going to be surprised like, oh, wait, what happened? So you're going to go through it and look for the color. Based off of what this one is, I like the color that's on my reference chart. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how to pull that in and change the color off of a reference chart. This does not work with programs like Cricut Design Space because it does not have a color dropper. Now, you can use the color code chart with Cricut Design Space because you can put in hex codes in Cricut Design Space, but you cannot use the reference chart because there is no color dropper. This is only for programs that have a color dropper and you can sample a color. All right. All right, so let me I know what you're talking about. There is a full live video on that. It's just for that. You'll be able to follow it. I'm not going over those type of questions in this particular video, love. But that video is available. It's up and it's just on what you are referring to. It's on the Honestly Speaking YouTube channel. The color charts are available on our website. Let me just go over here real quick. And let's go here. So let's go to home. Actually, you know what? No, if we go here to Workforce, Printer, Starter Collection, or even EcoTank, it's under the essentials for this. So this is your ink and things. And then when you come down, here are your printable color charts, which you actually are getting a good deal on this because I forgot to change the price on this to match the other color charts. But this is where that is. And let's go ahead and copy that and drop this in the comments for you guys. So color chart. There you go. No worries. Definitely need the color chart placing in order today for that and paper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to Silhouette Studio. And I'm going to go File, Open. And let's go over here. And then I'm going to type in at the top, color charts. And I'm going to open up my color charts. And I'm going to go to, oh, you know what I didn't put on here? I didn't put reference code, reference chart 1 or 2. I don't even know which one is which. I want to say that this it might be the colored one. We're going to see. That means I need to update that file. Yep, that was the right. Oh, it is on there. I did put it. I just don't have it on the one that I printed, but it does say reference chart 1. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's say that I wanted, come on, this color right here. Like once it's all said and done, I want that color right there. It is row 10. Well, yeah, row 10, column 4. So I would come over here and make a box or a circle, any shape. I didn't realize I was on circle. I would go to row 10 or column 10, row 4. So basically here. Oh, wait. Dang it. You got to have your property dropper. Your color dropper open. So you're going to come to your color palette, go to your dropper, go from 4 to 10, drop that in there. All right. I didn't realize I opened this in another one. I thought I merged it. So I'm just going to copy this and then go back to, hey, where are you? There we go. And paste. Look at that. Almost right on the money. And so on your file that you're going to either trace, or if you have an SVG file or a vector file, you would click on the elements. So I'm going to click here, hold down shift, click here, 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 the E, here, here, and here. And then go to your color dropper up here, select it, and fill it in. And then once you print it and sub it, it's going to give you the exact color that you chose. So there's going to be no second guessing when it comes to that. All right. Now, if you don't have Designer Edition or above, and you open up a PNG or a JPEG and you want to change the color, you have to do a trace on it. So we're going to go, let's get rid of some of this stuff. You're going to go select trace area, whether it's the PNG or the JPEG. It's going to pick up on the colors. Sometimes it does all of them, depending on the way the colors are and the shades of them. I'm going to then hit trace, not trace and detach. You want to hit trace. This PNG, it already has the outline. You can do an offset, but it already has it. You don't really need this anymore. So you can actually take this back part and trace and detach it and then fill it with color. But we're just going to, so if we go like this, we are going to take our threshold up. So if you, I knew it was going to do that. It's straight white. Duh, Shaki, it's not going to pick up. So we're going to cancel this. We're going to do a reverse trace on this. Go and take a box. And I'm going to pull it all the way out here. We're going to fill that in with black and send it to the back. And see, now we have an outline around it. You're going to hit trace. And we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to move, I don't want to move it just yet. Actually, no, I can move this out of the way also. So this piece right here, we're going to fill it with color. We're going to go, we actually can use this whole thing. I really didn't need to trace it because it had the white. I was going to do the outline. We could actually work from the one with the black around it because all the elements technically are in here. So if we go release compound path, everything will flood with color. That is normal. Then you're going to click on the outside and hit delete. And then you're going to select all of these parts for the word made. It also selected the background. So you're going to hold down shift, click. I like to change the color of it immediately. So I'm just going to sample this blue and right click, make it a compound path. Drag and select through the middle for all the elements for the word love. Hold down shift, click on the background, make that the magenta color and make compound path. And then I'm going to hold down shift and do this one because it's in the middle, only 3 letters. That one was the blue. Uh-oh. And then that one, you can make it a compound path or group it. There are no inner parts for this, so it doesn't matter which one you do for this one. And then now you can select all the other elements. So let's say we did not want these colors at all. You wanted totally different colors. All of these elements are now selectable and you can make them whatever color you desire. So I wanted to do a little bit of teal. Let's come on this side and add some teal. I don't even like that. Was that the one I normally use? No, let's do the dolphin one. And ooh, let's see. Let's put a little bit of, I like yellow gold. So let's do some yellow gold. And maybe I should have did this one yellow gold. And then let's do this one. I'm gonna change this one. And let's make that a variation of pink. And then this, let's make here, nope, there, and there. So see, you can customize that. And that was from the PNG. You're able to just trace it. And I always like to go in and change my line colors to no color. I do not, again, I personally do not do the whole make my line color the same color as my fill color, because there's so many places you would have to go in and change it. But that is personal preference on how you want to handle that. But I personally just change all the line colors to no color. Now, if you didn't have a PNG where you already had the outline, it would be, here's where I should have done the regular trace. You're going to go ahead, put your trace box around it. We're going to go ahead and do trace. Move this out of the way. Click on your trace. Go to your offset panel. Place an offset, and you're going to make that offset as big or as small as you would like it. I'm going to drag my slider. And that's probably about where it is. I can kind of go up to where I lose all of my middle spots. That's probably where that is, about there. Apply. Now that becomes white. There's a little straggly piece in there. And delete point. And then this piece here, we're going to take our text to fill it with color, right click, release compound path, click off, highlight everything, click on the background, make it a compound path, make that a color, come down here, change the color on that. So with this, you are able, like these were small business stickers. Almost like St. Patty's colors. You would be able to customize this for your small business. Whatever your branded colors are, you would be able to use those colors. And then now I'm going to show you the other color chart. And I'm going to remember to hit merge and open that up right in this one. So we're going to go File, Merge. Color chart, let's go to color chart number 4. It will be the same thing. You can just sample the color. I don't have to draw a box. I opened it up over here and I already have my design ready. So let's say I really want to make sure that I got that neon looking greenish color or as close to it as I could possibly get on something that is not lighted with gas or backlight. So if I really want a neon, it's actually color chart 3. So we're going to go merge and I need color chart number 3. And that is going to be like, because I want one that's, wait, where we go? I want like that one. It looks muted on camera, but it actually shows quite bright on here. Actually, no, I need not do it off of what's this thing called? The tumbler. The best thing for that is going to be to match it on an actual fabric one, or if you have a paper one. If you're doing like so for this wouldn't be for sublimation. I would reference my charts that are printed with my regular ink, because actually this one is going to really give me more of like a neon green. Ooh, even this one, I like that color there if I was sublimating. But let me see. Let me pull my other charts. Because if I was doing this as a small business sticker, I would need my regular color charts that are on sticker paper. Oops, wrong one. Have them in a little binder here. So here's my ones on glitter cardstock, because it's not pure white. It's a kind of an iridescent, so the colors do show up a little bit differently. But on this one, because there is a gloss and a shine to it, that neon really does start to look, that neon green starts to look neon green. All right, so this chart I can use also. And yeah, so for that one, I'm going to use FF00, or I could use this one. Let's just see what, let's go over here. You're going to go to your, I probably could have turned my heat press on all this time, but we're going to go to the fill, go to advanced options, and almost. Hey, I did pretty good with selecting that one. Oh, that's why it's in my color chart. I'd already picked out a neon green because that's what the other one is, CCFF00. But I'm going to go FF00. Oh, no, what happened? That's not the right one. FF00. Oh, that's showing a very weird color. Hold on, let me see. What happened with that one? I think, this is maybe because that's the sticker one. Oh, yeah, that is, no, that's not the same one. Oh, yeah. For some reason on the one and that's, wow. Okay, let me show you the importance of having color charts on everything. It's going to be really small, really hard to see, but this is the one that I chose from here, right? If I was sending this to my printer that prints on vinyl for me because I wanted vinyl stickers, I would go off of that code. But with sublimation, can you see that looks yellow, right? But that same one printed from my printers, which I don't have to use anymore because I have an eco-solvent printer coming. On theirs, look, it looks more greenish because of whatever ink that they use. That's why color charts are so important. This is how it showed up with sublimation. That one right there. This is how it showed up on here. All right. So I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm just going to go with the one that was there. And let's just choose a color from this chart. That's something that's quite bright. So let's just go here. And because we already have the shape, I just go to my color dropper and highlight here. Or you can fill in the color code. If you look right there, if I go to my color dropper, I hover my mouse. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see it. Oh, I did a horrible job on tracing this. I didn't adjust my thresholds at all. But you can barely see it. But in that white part, it says AA00FF, which is the same thing that's here. So that's how you would fill that in to customize it for your business. All right. And then you would proceed to group it, size it, print it out, and sub it to something, make print and cut stickers with it, all that kind of good jazz. All right, so would you suggest to make separate charts for each glossy paper you use? Glossy paper, not so much, unless you notice that there is a very, very big difference in how it prints colors. I wouldn't say you have to do it for everyone. It looks like for me, I don't have this on every like hard substrate that I have. I just have it on my tumbler, and it can be off a little bit. Like some of the MDFs are not pure white. They have like a off-white tone to it. So it can be a little bit off, but for the most part, this is going to get me in the right vicinity. So I don't have color charts for like my hard substrates on one of them. I just kind of go off of my tumbler. And then for shirts and things or anything that's fabric, I go off of my felt. Thank you for this tutorial. I had a logo that I was trying to change the color on. I was fighting with it. I'm going to try it again with this tutorial. Make sure. So this may have been, let's see, yeah. This actually came in not so great. Like that's crazy that they're JPEG. Let me see something real quick. So I'm going to go back to small business, JPEGs made with love. And that is, okay. So when they save this, they did not save their JPEG as a really good high resolution image. And I was wondering, like, why were my lines so jagged? Like the lines on here are very pixelated and very jagged. That's why a lot of times, you know, having access to the vectorized formats of files, it's going to be nice, clean, smooth lines. So I highly recommend that you, if you're using Silhouette Studio, that you invest in Designer Edition, Designer Plus, or Business. The most preferred one is Business Edition. All right. And because see, the PNG one was fine. So this was the PNG one. It was fine. The JPEG one, not so much. That JPEG was horrible. Is it best to use the eyedropper or enter the number? It doesn't matter. You're going to get the same results. There is no it's best. It's just personal preference and how you're navigating when you're designing. Sometimes I use the dropper. Sometimes if it's on the screen, most times I will just use the dropper because that is the easiest way. But if I'm reading it from a chart, I'm just going to put the code in. But there is no, like, one way is not better than the other. As I'm designing, you'll see me flip-flop through them. Hi, which heat press tape size would you suggest starting out with? It depends on what it is that you're wanting to do. I mean, for like smaller items, I have all this heat tape. Y'all know I have heat tape Blangles. Ow. This is the 1-inch size. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one. For smaller items and things like that, at least a 1/2 inch. Anything smaller than that, like they tend to not like. I don't really like using this for tumblers at all. I feel like to close it off, this is not wide or strong enough. But for like little small things, you're doing like air fresheners, flat items. You can put these in all 4 corners. You know, 1/2 inch is good, but my preferred one would be the 1-inch. 1-inch is one that I definitely would say have, and then next go around, it'll actually be 1 1/4 inch so that it can fully fit on, or 1 1/2 inch. So it can fully, because this is 1 1/4. This is 1, but I'm going to get these in 1 1/2 inches so that it can fully fit on here. So at least 1 inch so that you can get you a semi-automatic. Oh, look, it matches my nails. Can't tell I like grays. It will fit in here, and this is amazing to have. So at least 1 inch. If you are doing tumblers, I would say get at least a 2 inch and the 6. And this would also work for mugs because you'll have a little bit of overlap to kind of put inside, but I don't use it because it's too much. But if I had to choose anything, I would say definitely the 1. And if you did not want to purchase multiple ones of like the 2 or 3 and a 6, I would say get the 3, because at least it's wide enough to where you would only have to do 3 strips of it around your tumbler. And if with your mug, you would do 2 of them. So I would say the most versatile sizes would be which is the 1 and the 3. I believe this is 3, or is this one 3? Let's see. No, this is the 3. This is the 4. Oh yeah, because see, this would be 4. So the 1 and the 3, I would say, would be the most versatile. And we do have them on our website, shop.silaholicsAnonymous.com. Heat tape is on there from 1/2 inch, 1 inch. I don't see a 2 inch in here. What is that back there? Nope. And then 3 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. I actually use all 6 sizes for different things. I use all 6 sizes. It may seem like a lot to pay like upfront for them, but it's going to last you longer. It's going to last you longer because you're not using the same size one for everything, and then it runs out so fast. You can have these and use them for different projects. I promise you it will last you a lot longer than you think for the investment that you would pay, which I think the bundle is like $89 or something like that. But to have them in different sizes, you can't get, because you'll use the proper size tape for different projects, and it will make it last a whole lot longer. You can get it. You can use a firm. You can break it up in 4 payments if you want to get the heat tape. So we do have that on our site. She says the PNG they sent me wasn't the greatest either. Oh, from Creative Fabrica. Any other questions for me? I am way over. I'm over an hour. So I need to wrap it up, but I don't want to not give you guys opportunity to, get your questions out. So if you have any questions for me, go ahead and post them. If I don't see any questions, my time says 1 hour, 19 minutes. No new questions are posted. By the time it says 1:20, we are going to close out. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Oh, your client's logo wasn't the greatest. Yeah. That's when you have to know how to use edit points to clean that up. That's another one of, so we did like a really simple one, something that's ideal. That is going to be one of the other things that we teach in the academy when it comes to edit points, how to clean up when you get something that's not so great, how to use your edit points to retrace it to get the ideal, version of it. And then you upcharge them because you now have to do more work. We don't have an exact date yet, but we do have plenty of 8.5 by 14. We also have 11 by 17. You can cut that in half and get 20 sheets of 8.5 by 11 for $34 instead of 40. But we do not have an exact date yet. When saving your designs, what is the best resolution? It really depends on how you're designing it. In Silhouette Studio, resolution is kind of weird. I normally just take it all the way up because it's not like when you do Photoshop and Illustrator, because with those, you're normally choosing what the resolution is when you're setting it. So for different things, if it's going to be print, 300 DPI is good. If it's something that's going to be like digital on the computer, 72 is fine. because that your resolution is different than your canvas size. So whatever size you make your canvas, like your resolution is going to, so let's say you have an 8.5 by 11, your resolution just tells it for every inch within that 8.5 by 11, it's 300 dots to make up that, different variation. So it's more dots. So it's going to be a higher quality, especially when you're printing it out, versus you can do 72 if it's just something that's going to be digital. So it really depends on your design, what program you're using and what you're using it for. She says, I learned a lot about edit points last night. It was a great class. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, because that was a very simple trace. Now, when you see having to recreate someone's logo, they sent you that was all jacked up, or someone sends you a logo and they got their logo made and it is all glitter and you cannot get a good trace on it. Like it's high resolution, but because it's glitter, or the artist put a glare on it, so now there's this big white gap there and you have to recreate that. Learning those edit points is going to be your best friend. So we're going to have more sessions on edit points and using those edit points for different things. I'm telling you, once you master that, you're going to feel like Superwoman, limitless. I had an image I did previously, and it made me connect the dots for what I did previously. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to go because I'm on here longer than I thought. I will come back and show you the difference in how that file originally came in and how it presses, how the PNG and JPEG presses, and then when you fill your colors in, how that presses, as well as I'm going to probably do some print and cut on the Cameo for stickers. So be sure to come back for that. That will probably be around like 5 p.m. because I want to make sure that I'm done before, because she didn't go out of town. So I do believe she's still doing crafts and combos today. So I want to make sure I'm done before Patrice's crafts and combos. So around like 5-ish, somewhere there, 5:30-ish, I will make the post and schedule it out. So around 5:30, I will do the demo of pressing these so that you can see the difference in the colors, and then how to know if it is your design or if it is the colors, because I'm going to show you a little hack to know if your printer is outputting the right colors. And some people say, oh, whatever, something's wrong with my color profile, whatever, it's not working. And it's not necessarily the color profile or it's not your ink. It is the file and how that person designed it. Now, when you design it yourself, you have to do that. Most likely, for most artists, if they are a true graphic artist, they're going to be using an actual color like the universal one, which is the, oh gosh, what my brain just fried real quick. Pantone. They're going to use the Pantone color chart. And that really helps it kind of translate into whatever kind of program. That's why when you go online, you get pictures like Mario Brothers or, whoever, whatever, and you print it out, it's like the same, like it's the right color because they designed that in the right color codes in a proper graphic design program. So once they saved it, even for you in Silhouette Studio, it translates to the right color. But I'm going to show you the one file that everyone should go online, Google it, you print that out, you press it, and that's going to be the ultimate way to test your color output. So be sure to come back for that around like 5. We'll go ahead and say 5:30, just to be on the safe side. It's Friday. Probably going to take my kids to get something to eat after I pick them up from camp. So let's just say 5:30. So come on back and tell a friend that this is going to be a good one. All right. Do you have to download your color charts to Silhouette Studio, and how do you do that? So what you'll do is once you download them, it opens up there's a Silhouette Studio version of it, and it's already set for Silhouette Studio. So you just open that up and then you just print it. So you don't save it to your color palette. That's a lot of colors. You print it out on whatever paper you're going to use. And if it's for sublimation, you press it to something. You use it as a reference chart to go by. But you do not take all of those colors and put them in your color chart. You reference it every time you need it, and you change the color code. All right. So hopefully that answered that for you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to visit our website, shop.silaholicsAnonymous.com, to get your sublimation ink, your sublimation paper, your color charts, your chip resetters if you have an Epson 7720. There's files, there's templates, there's all sorts of resources on there for you. And then visit our Academy site, academy.silaholicsAnonymous.com, if you are interested in learning graphic design via Silhouette Studio. July is going to be jam-packed, so sign up early. You can catch the playbacks. If you were on last night and you're looking for that playback because you want to practice with your edit points, guess what? The video playback is up. All right. She says color charts are very, very, very important. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Peace.